What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. I know you expect your content fresh and never frozen when it comes to this channel, but for reasons, I have to record this here at 2 a.m. at night, and it's going to be uploaded sometime midday for Sunday. Please join the live stream at 7 o'clock Central, by the way. So there are a ton of cards. Let's go ahead and get to it, but if things look a little wonky on the market versus usual when you're checking cards alongside Market Watch, that would be why. Jinzo is freaking sold out for its anniversary pack art. We saw new support get announced for it recently in the OCG, and this was a huge targeted buyout, and now we see listers trying to put it at $100. If you want to make sales and you want to just undercut everybody, list at 50 and see if it actually moves. I personally don't like this art of Jinzo. You can see that its market price was around 10, 11, and if you're getting $50 on yours that you didn't even care to go to your binder to pull out, well, that's a pretty good day's profit if you can actually make a sale. Looking through Secret Slayers, I have a couple of things to talk about. First off, I underestimated Eldritch. The ability for every single card to be self-replacing and the recurrence of Eldritch himself is insane. Also, the Adamanticators are really taking off in online tournaments as well as dueling book rated, and that's why you see Researcher's price going up right now. If I do have a suggestion for these, well, Europe started to put their product out, and we see Tier 0 has already sold out of Golden Lord with the, code What's Good 5 giving people 5% extra off, and they had Researcher at a very reasonable price versus the rest of the market. That sold out even quicker than the Golden Lord. So Tier 0's prices are here. Unfortunately, they aren't as low as I was hoping for, and we see overall the market just reacting to gotta get mine now, gotta get it now. Even though we're not playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a very long time and the meta can change and new ban lists can come out, people are chasing after the meta, and I do think these are two decks that are pretty good for the long haul that are unlikely to get reprinted, so I understand why people are after it. Also, a lot of shops just not getting a ton of this during these rough times. The rest of the set, though, because it is top heavy, is very affordable. I still think this card is undervalued where it is at 15, and everything else $10 and under, and boy, did the Rikas not get the waifu tax. Thank freaking gosh. Now, some buyouts around this set slash price hikes. Magician's Soul was free falling, stopped, and went back up because of Eldritch. We are seeing it played heavily within the deck for the free draws, and then you get the resources of whatever you're sending. That's pretty darn good, and that's why it was able to stabilize up around the $90 mark. Unexpected Die, the super rares are going up, and it only has 3 total printings, but Dino Masher's Fury will offer a re-wave on this common when we get those in hand eventually, towards June, I suppose. And when we see the super rare, the only holo version, it is going up right now, $7 and above. So what's up with this? Why would people be connecting this to Secret Slayers? Well, there's one Rocky boy that happens to be one of the biggest attacks, and if you can force an Apollosa at 2400 to use her to negate, this beats over it, and Adamanticator definitely has one of the hardest times dealing with Apollosa. That's kind of the bane of what they have to deal with, and this ends up being a tech within the deck that's not only some kind of starter card, but also a funny way to get out of that situation. So we do see the Magnet Warrior actually disappearing on market once again. I think there's a couple of $10 copies or something like that. Actually, yeah, so we see $10 here, and then 11, then 12, and then it's freaking 30, 50, and ridiculous. We've seen this card actually bought out from memes from mine and Robbie Cole's Discord before, because there's a player that loves Magnet Warriors in the Discord, so ironically the holo version off of market, and the rest of the versions are pretty much pleb versions, but you do have a retro pack common available, so maybe that's the next highest rarity in a sense. The Dododo, Gaga Ga, Goo Goo Goo, whatever you want to call it, this entire Onomatopoeia engine is starting to take note also with the Adamanticators, and it's something to pay attention to, I think. We have legendary duelist cards, and even though these are highly ripped open, the rares are floating around here and there, and they will have high quantities from certain sellers. I don't think these will last forever. It's a good engine. It appeared before with Michael Campos, and the engine is evolving, as you see. Well, oh, that's a rock. Well, there's another piece that's a rock. And then, you know, the spells actually just do very, very well within the deck. So you want to be paying attention to this engine, in my opinion. It just keeps evolving, and these are cards I'd want to have in the penny stocks that could be $1 to $2 down the road. Mermail Abyssgun, just another Mermail Atlantean buyout. I feel like I'm featuring one of these every single time I'm doing a market watch. Here's another one. Abyssgun towards $15 freaking before she's just gone. Well, normal market price 7. I don't know what normal is for, you know, Mermail Atlanteans anymore with how the prices keep bubbling up as we head towards Eternity Code. The mega packs have some interesting value, and to note, I'm seeing sellers with huge quantities of megatins again, so I'm guessing that some kind of rewave did hit distro within the states before everything went down. I'm just assuming a bit there, because I'm seeing very big quantities. But when I see Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix, they're holding decent prices, and Boral Sword trying to stick to that $20 price worth the MSRP of a 10. These definitely are not the worst things. Also, Bigfoot going up in price right now. I was trying to find reasoning for that, and basically, it's one of the best 3-ofs that you're still getting. Similarly, Thunderbird is going up the same route. So the Danger Engine evolving, and we're seeing other pieces just get taken away. These are not the highest rarities, so you might want to check those out too if you're interested. Red Eyes Fusion, it inflated instantly once we got talk about Dragoon. Just a small suggestion with that. I'm hearing more and more murmurs of Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, and every time this card actually got good, $18 to $20 for the first editions. We see these sitting around $6 right now, with the $5 ones disappearing that were on market just a couple days ago. So maybe consider getting your original Ghost Grill for just, you know, under $20 for the playset right now, using that TCG player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra, supporting the channel directly. Toy Vendor is funny to me that you see these stupid Star Pack buyouts. Oh boy, Starfoil, I could care less, because we have a super rare version, but that super rare version is selling out and going up in price quickly. So that's something else to pay attention to if you want to hollow out your future Fluffle Frightfur deck. History repeats itself time and time again. We see those prices spike up, buyouts happen, cools back down, set that has the stuff is in it, woo, spikes up again. So do pay attention to this card if you want to hollow out that deck. I personally like this way over the Star Pack stuff. I think these buyouts are always stupid and fall out so slowly and are so undeserving. Speaking of a weird buyout, Seal of the Ancients from the video game. Not a good effect, of course. Pay 1,000 life points, see all face down cards. You know, we're about to have Jinzo cards that do that even better. Well, it's just out of stock. It's gone. Goodbye. It's not there if you had the money and you wanted to buy it. And its market price was $250, so it was not hard to make this appear. This is just a funny one to me that somebody brought to my attention. Ra's Disciple. So we see the God card support coming from the Merrick pack, and people clamored after this. I would think, if anything, this would end up, you know, as one of the reprints within that pack when Konami's looking around for reprints to put in. But we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. Only has its 2 printings. Secret, of course, being the higher, bumping up in price right now. Tribute Lanius keeps defying gravity and is floating high up in price despite no meta impact, so like even in the online meta that does exist. And this is a weird one to me, so let me know what you guys think of this buyout. Like, is it for something besides just Raid Raptors? Like, is it working as an engine somehow? How do you justify this price on this card? Let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe I'm missing something with the Tribute Lanius boy. I like this product in terms of it keeps aging well. You keep seeing buyouts. Like, I think F-Zero is something that will go up in price as we head towards eventually getting that thing that ranks up on top of it, and you have a prismatic secret rare version here. And when I say prismatic, not Starlight, these are the original prismatic secret rares. So I like this actually as a sealed product, and I see some boxes for $50 on eBay, and the price versus the ability to pull cards is very, very nice. We see Legendary Dragon of White is still above $20. This card is loved in Japan, so maybe somebody bought a bunch and was heading over there. Not me, by the way. I didn't even get to go. And we see that the Magician of Dark is holding pretty well too. Actually very decent price past what I thought. It's now towards $15. And Galaxy Soldier, it keeps finding ways to go up. I think my next tab might be Galaxy Soldier. Yeah, all versions continue to go up over time and just age very, very well. And this is the highest rarity by far for it that we have. And this set, I like this set. It's a very unique set, and it's starting to just age nicely. So maybe a sealed product to consider that was super unique back in time to keep and set aside. Oh man, Galaxy Soldier, it's such a cool card, and I would love to see it actually in the meta again. I missed this one, at least in terms of talking about it on Market Watch. I saw the buyout happen, and I find it funny because I always pull out anything that's a one-of in a starter deck to the side and pull it out of bulk, and I've always pulled this guy out of bulk even though I didn't think he had that much of upward potential. This is basically for synchro decks. It's another card that flips out there, but it's also a Darkwing Beast. I suppose there's synergy with, you know, the Raid Raptor link. There's a lot of ways I guess you could go with this, but I just find this one kind of funny in terms of being an extender. And in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! Extenders are key, and you see it's still towards $5. It was trying to hold at $8. So very willing sellers with not a lot of buyers on this card. And finally, I was just poking around Orcust, and I feel like slowly, Ngirisu's been headed back up, while Galatea's headed down, and things have evened out overall. Eternity Code still around the horizon. Are you going to be picking that up? Well, it's a little further from the horizon in the US than the EU, but we'll see what happens with the international market and everything happening there. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Again, if things change, I apologize. Things might have, you know, hopped around a little during the day, but this is the only way I could get a video to you guys, getting it up on Sunday. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. And seriously, let me know if I'm missing anything with certain cards or, you know, suggestions for next Market Watch. My ears are always open, / my eyes when I'm reading the comment section. Thanks for watching, everybody.